It is Thursday evening, getting ready for the Cowboys to play the Seahawks. Cowboys, we're going to beat the crap out of the Seattle Seahawks. Getting ready for that. It is a Thursday evening, and good Thursday evening. And I got to say, though, it's been an emotional roller coaster, but I, in fact, am officially the trademark is mine. So there. And that's the bottom line. The trademark is officially mine. So Mark Rebillet or Will Markland, whoever the fuck you are, good luck. Mark Rebillet or Will Markland, good luck in trying to overcome that because, yeah. Now, I'm gonna say something real fast here. You talk about my heritage and how I'm not Italian and blasey, blasey, blasey. Let me give you since you all are so inquisitive to want to know about my history and my chronological, the people are in my previous world or my ancestors. My grandfather was named Amin George Yarid. That's correct. And a lot of the men in the family were named George. George was a popular name. Hell, George Foreman named all his sons George Jr. And in case of some zap or some person that is unintelligent, George in the book of names stands for God. You look at what the name George stands for. It stands for God. And my name Yarid, in Arabic terms, stands for friendly. Yarid means friendly. Now let me explain, and I don't have to really explain a goddamn thing. My grandmother, Adele Yarid, who spoke 5 fluent languages, and was a gifted woman, made a mean kibbe. And kibbe is hamburgers. Onions in the hamburgers. Real awesome cook. Knew how to cook, hands down. Arabic food, hummus, and a lot of Greek food and Middle Eastern food, similar to food from the Middle East and Lebanese food. Hummus, kibbe, what else is that? Yeah, well, hummus is really delicious. That's also in Greek food as well. But hummus, kibbe, which is hamburgers with onions, and baba ganoush. Baba ganoush is also a dish as well. And then lentils. And if I black beans with onions, very healthy dish that was made. Great dish, lentils. Cooked. You can cook that stuff up. It is delicious. And Grandma Adele Yarid, she was a great cook, great lady, lived to be 88 years old. She spoke five different languages: Arabic, Spanish, Italian, English, of course, and one other language I can't think of, but Arabic, Spanish, Italian, and English, of course, and one other language. Now, my grandma was half Italian, okay? My grandma on my dad's side was half Italian. So, that makes me Italian. Whether it be a quarter Italian or whatever, it's still Italian. And my grandfather on my dad's side was straight Syrian and Lebanese. My grandfather, who I never met, who died 10 years before I was born, owned an Oriental rug store called Yarid's. So he had Persian rugs, real expensive Oriental rugs of good nature, good quality. My grandfather, Amin George Yarid, it was called Yarid's Oriental Rugs. And that's why I've always been interested in those kind of rugs. Great rugs, very expensive rugs and whatnot. And my grandfather was, believe it or not, from what I hear, was a great pool player. He was great at playing pool. And my grandfather was very smart, very intelligent, very smart, and very thrifty. And the alleged hypnosis thing is an absolute joke. My grandfather married my grandmother on his gifts and talents and of who he was. So my grandfather did not use trickery or witchcraft or whatever you want to call it, Mormon style living, trying to have 7 women. Of course, having 7 women is a nice thought to think about. But my grandfather was very great, very smart, and my grandfather earned the heart of Adele Yarid, who was my grandma. And through my grandma had 4 children. Najla, who was my Aunt Najla, is the way you pronounce her name. And then, of course, Aunt Eva, who was my favorite. Hilda, and, of course, my father, George Yarid, with no middle name. And my father, if I'm not mistaken, was born in Paris. Let me make sure if I've got that right, because I have the ancestry. Yeah, my father was born in Paris. So I guess that would make him a Frenchman now, would it? But he was of the culture of Lebanese and Italian. So the Italian came from my grandma, because my grandma's mother was Italian. So there you go. So that makes me Italian. And that is in the Ancestry, chronology of the Ancestry.com. And, yeah, my dad was born in Paris, of all places. My Aunt Eva was born in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. That's where my grandfather had owned the Oriental Rug Store. He owned the Oriental Rug Store in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. So I am proud of my heritage. I'm proud of being in a family, great family, and was born in America. So I was born in America, so that makes me American. So there you go. There's a history lesson, since you all are so obsessed about my ancestry, or the ancestry, the chronology of my ancestors, the chronology of my family, but you're all obsessed anyway. So go fuck yourselves and digest that, and it'll be a test here probably tomorrow. And by the way, motherfuckers, I own the trademark. I own the fucking trademark. And I'll be owning the trademark in Canada as well, pretty damn fucking soon. So there you go, Miss Cankles. Chew on that one, bitch. You all have a lovely evening now. Take care.